Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jamie Parcon. If you're new here, I post lifestyle, travel, and Broadway content here on my channel. Today is March 17. It's St. Patrick's Day, and I do have a temporary tattoo I want to show you. Can you see that? Cool. It's a little leprechaun. And if we're lucky, we get to watch our 8th show of the quarter this evening. And that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shows to talk about in this vlog. And this quarter, I did something a little different. I filmed more at each show, at least I'm pretty sure I did. And so I'm gonna do less talking in front of the wall this quarter, but I am gonna start with some talking. And our first show is Oh Mary. Oh my gosh. Oh Mary was the best way to kick off the year. I am not a play girly, I have said that before, but this show is so funny. Cola Scola, they wrote this play and they starred in it when I saw it. I think it's hilarious. I think it's so clever. The monologue about a perfect day like just resonates and stays with me. And it was just so much fun. It's 70 minutes of pure fun in the theater. So we were able to score a rush ticket. It had a partial view, as the ticket says here, but that's okay because the seat itself was pretty spacious. So not gonna lie, love that. Just missed the part where Mary like throws up. But honestly, like, I don't care. I was just so happy to be in that room, and the energy of the show, it's just so funny. It's so well written. I really love the monologue about the perfect day. And so going with Jeff was fun because he was laughing his ass off too. And we got to hang out with Carly, and she is just the greatest, and she took us on stage, so that was cool. And she also hooked me up with literally all the playbills, so the original playbill, and then we've got some of the throwback playbills from October. I already showed that one. Wait, did I show this one? We'll show it again. And the best part of having all of these playbills is that Carly's name is credited in here, and I'm just so freaking proud of her. Like, it's just freaking awesome to know how hard she's worked to get here and to be in here and to see her crush it in action is just so cool. So, Oh Mary, loved it. Great time at the theater, and on to the next footage. Good morning from Times Square. I don't know why, but today I decided in this 12-degree weather that I would go rush a show today. So we're heading over to the Schubert Theater. We're gonna watch Hell's Kitchen, hopefully. It is 9:42, so there's 18 minutes left until the box office opens. I am bundled up. I have heat tech under my pants. I have 3 layers of clothes, plus this puffer, plus a scarf, and hot hands in my bag. So, I mean, it's only 15 minutes. It's actually not too bad. It's just when you see the forecast is like single digits, it's cold. All right, so here we are at the Schubert. Ooh, there are people in the lobby. I can see them. And also, as we cross the street here to get there, Sunset Boulevard, Headline Boulevard, there's the St. James. All right, rush ticket secured. I was the 4th person in line, and I was able to easily get a ticket. It was $39. I'm glad that the cold weather has deterred rushers this morning. So we're gonna hop back on the train and go to work, and then come back at 7 to watch Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen, rush ticket. Got me front row left side, stage right there. Ooh, I'm so close. And there's a band on. Ooh, so cool. it was awesome. It was loud, but it was awesome. Good morning, it's 9:46 a.m. and that's later than I intended to be here. The box office opens at 10 a.m. and I'm hoping to rush, and I know Juliet has the digital rush, but I was also hoping that there'd be some at the box office. If not, I'll probably just buy a ticket because I want to see Joey Fatone tonight. Okay, well, while I was here, I decided to check, oh, maybe I'll just sign up for the digital rush too, just in case. And they were available, and that was like the first time ever. And I don't know if it's proximity to theater, but sweet. I got a ticket for $47. It says that includes an $8 fee. I hate paying those fees, but whatever.
Don't tell many people that we went to that awards. I think they probably did like right after COVID. They were like, nope, not doing this anymore. You're welcome.
Can we do a Joey selfie too?
Yeah, you got it.
Please? 1, 2, 3. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Hi, Joey.
How you doing, all right?
I was just saying, yes, you absolutely should get started.
Another day, another Broadway show, and today we're going to Gypsy with Audra McDonald. I did the digital rush this morning, and I will say that I logged on right at 11 when the rush tickets became available. Nothing came up. 30-ish minutes later, I checked again, and then a rush ticket came up. So I think that the lesson for that is that rush tickets might be available throughout the day. So you just have to keep checking and keep searching. And also the rush tickets were cheaper than the lottery. So I feel like I won today. The Majestic is in its post-Phantom era, so it's nice and bright. The proscenium is visible, and just wow. It feels like a whole new theater, even though it's the same theater. It's just Phantom was here forever. So we're walking to the train. So this is post Gypsy. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And the show, first of all, is so nostalgic for me because we did a couple of scenes when I was in 7th grade and I played Louise. I'm such a Louise. I gotta sing out Louise. I think it's wild how like this show holds up 20 something years after I discovered it, right, in middle school, but it came out way before that. And I remember it still. I remember it so much. I remember all the songs that we got to be a part of and like watching the movie with Natalie Wood. And now I got to see it with Joy Woods and Audra McDonald as Mama Rose. Oh my gosh. She's just sensational. She's iconic. She deserves all the ovations that she got tonight. And it was great. All right, good night. Hello, it is Tuesday night, a new week for Broadway, and we're walking a little fast because my train got diverted and I had to like switch trains, so I'm running a little bit behind, but still gonna be on time for the show. I just feel rushed at the moment. We're walking over to the Lunch Fontaine Tonight we're gonna watch Death Becomes Her. I actually won the lottery for this one. So I entered the lottery, and at 2 o'clock they told me I was on the standby list, and then 2 hours later at 4 o'clock they told me I had won the tickets. So here we are. Intermission, and I'm stretching against the wall here. I really dig my seat. It's an aisle seat on orchestra left, which I'm very grateful for the aisle space. The show is a spectacle. It's pretty funny. I've never seen the movie, but I have seen the Sabrina Carpenter music video. And I'm excited for the second act because it's where all the magic and the hijinks are totally gonna happen right now. Now we're walking home and it's snowing. Okay, I'm leaving the theater and it's raining pretty hard. Like, they were performing in this? They walked across the street and back in the rain? Wow. With equipment, props to the camera people and sound people, and of course the actors. So show number 7, I got to go to the invited dress of Good Night and Good Luck starring George Clooney. Since it was invited dress, there were no playbills. I don't think they had arrived yet. So this is the playbill right here. And I can't find my ticket that says invited dress, but hopefully we are able to put that on screen right now. So I've never seen the 2005 movie, and I'm also not the best person with like history. So didn't really know what this was going to be about. I think it took me longer than a minute to kind of get what was going on. And our seats were in the mezzanine on the far right stage left side, and so I was missing one of the newscasting sets, but it's okay because it's on screen whenever they broadcast. Good Night and Good Luck and Sunset Boulevard utilize screens where they're live broadcasting the people onto a ginormous screen so you can see close-ups of the actors. And so that's obviously something new for this production of Sunset Boulevard. For Good Night and Good Luck, the video screens are to show the news broadcasts because George Clooney's character, he worked at a news station, he's a broadcaster. I'm grateful for it because obviously if you're paying up to $700, these ticket prices, to see George Clooney, like, yeah, a close-up is good, right? Same for Nicole Scherzinger. But it's not necessarily... I'm still processing the use of screens on Broadway because you go to theater to see live acts. And in both cases of Sunset Boulevard and Good Night and Good Luck, nothing is pre-recorded, okay? Maybe Happy Ending, that definitely had screen footage that was pre-recorded. But Sunset Boulevard, Good Night and Good Luck, it's all live broadcast. So whatever we are seeing on the screens is being portrayed by an actor live from that evening. And in Sunset Boulevard, like these extreme close-ups on the video screens are to emphasize and dramatize like the Hollywoodness of these characters, especially Norma. And for the most part, I was still looking at the actors on stage. And I think it works in both cases. It's obviously a big part of the success of this revival of Sunset Boulevard, both here in New York and on the West End. And Good Night and Good Luck, I have one giant screen on stage behind George Clooney as he's broadcasting live. And the stage proscenium has a bunch of TVs on the side. So I think that you have a good view anywhere of the screen, wherever you are. I feel I'm rambling for a bit, but the movie came out in 2005. This play is coming out in 2025. Wow, 20 years later, where George Clooney is perfect age to play this character now. And they add footage to bring it into the world. So it's just very much George Clooney using Broadway as a platform to send a message. And I get why they're putting this on Broadway now. So what a time. Okay, so I'm done rambling now, but tonight is going to be our 8th show. It's going to be Smash on Broadway, and I love the NBC show, and let's just go.
I just don't want him. I told him if this line hits that, bounce him around. I don't want nobody coming this way.
All right, well, we made it to our 8th show. We're gonna watch Smash here at the Imperial. Okay, so I'm back home from Smash on Broadway. It's funny because I was going to film something during intermission, but in the show, they make a comment about like influencers, and like, while I'm not an influencer, like I still felt like that comment was targeted at me. So I'm like, hot right here. It featured Let's Be Bad, which was also in this musical because it was also on the TV show. The production was great. The performances were spectacular. And I am processing the show as a fan of the TV show. And it is definitely different from the TV show. It stands alone, as most things on Broadway that are adapted should. So Smash follows like the behind the scenes making of a Broadway musical. The Broadway musical within the show is called Bombshell, and that is based on the life of Marilyn Monroe. And on the TV show, I learned a lot about Marilyn Monroe, and they made me see things in a different light. So in Smash Broadway musical, they emphasize how they just wanted to make a very happy Marilyn musical. You know, they didn't want to focus on the sad stuff. They just wanted to do all the good and be like catchy and cute and all that stuff. I just, for the show, need justice for Marilyn. I feel like Marilyn's likeness deserved to be treated a little bit better. The TV show was like, Marilyn's not a joke, don't make her a joke. And then this Broadway show kind of just makes her a joke again. And then Ivy Lynn, my girl Ivy Lynn, I need justice for her. In this show, her descent isn't really explained very well. They kind of blame it on this new character, which doesn't make that much sense. And then her rise, it just kind of happens without like reason. So that story arc was weak. But at the end of the day, I was in the audience of a Broadway musical based on a TV show where they made a Broadway musical based on Marilyn Monroe. And it's all a good time. So let's play those bells. Alright, well that's it for this vlog. Thank you so much for joining me at the theater at all of these wonderful shows this quarter. I hope you had a good time. I know I had a great time, and I'll see you at the theater.